The silent crisis in modern relationships. In today's complex emotional landscape, more and more people find themselves in relationships that feel strangely disconnected, one-sided, or even manipulative, without knowing why. You may be dating someone who seems emotionally distant, overly self-focused, or socially awkward. You might wonder, are they autistic? Or is this narcissism? This is not just a casual question. Getting it wrong could cost you your emotional safety, your self-esteem, and even years of your life. Understanding the distinction between autism, specifically Level 1 Autism Spectrum Disorder, formerly known as Asperger's, and covert narcissism could literally save your emotional life. Based on the insights of therapist and author Lise Leblanc, this article outlines 7 essential differences that can help you decode someone's behavior and take back control of your boundaries, clarity, and well-being. 1. Emotional manipulation. Intent versus impact. Covert narcissist. Love bombs you early, flattery, attention, promises, affection. Then slowly withdraws love to destabilize you and provoke insecurity. Uses gaslighting, guilt-tripping, or passive aggression to control you. Emotional swings are calculated, meant to keep you chasing approval. Autistic person. May come on strong due to genuine interest or hyperfocus. If they withdraw, it's likely due to emotional overload, not strategy. Their behavior isn't a power play, it's a coping mechanism for sensory or emotional regulation. Bottom line. Covert narcissists manipulate to gain control. Autistic people withdraw to regain balance. 2. Communication style. Strategy versus struggle. Covert narcissist. Often highly aware of social nuances. Uses charm and surface-level emotional intelligence as a mask. Communication is often strategic, aiming to manipulate outcomes. Autistic person. Struggles with tone, implied meaning, and emotional subtext. May come off as blunt or insensitive, but it's unintentional. Focuses on clarity and honesty rather than emotional comfort. Key insight. Narcissists speak to manipulate. Autistics speak to clarify. 3. Reaction to criticism. Defense or deflection. Autistic person. May shut down, freeze, or get defensive when criticized. Often open to change if feedback is clear and calm. Needs time and structure to process and improve. Covert narcissist. Reacts to feedback as a personal attack. Immediately deflects, denies, or turns the blame around. Darvo. Might say, "You're too sensitive," or, "That's not what happened." Darvo equals deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. 4. Empathy. Performance versus imperfect caring. Covert narcissist. High cognitive empathy. Can read emotions, but low emotional empathy. Can't feel them. Uses your vulnerabilities to their advantage. Appears warm, but it's often a performance. Autistic person. Low cognitive empathy. May miss your cues or facial expressions. But often very caring once they understand you're hurting. May feel deep emotional empathy, but struggle to express it properly. Empathy test. Are they confused and trying, or cold and dismissive? 5. Entitlement and exploitation. Covert narcissist. Believes they deserve special treatment. Feels exempt from rules, boundaries, or reciprocity. Uses charm and guilt to exploit your time, energy, or resources. Autistic person. Craves fairness, predictability, and structure. May be rigid or rule-bound, but not exploitative. Values honesty and equality, not special privilege. 6. Reciprocity. Imbalance or effortful effort. Covert narcissist. Gives strategically to create obligation. Takes far more than they give. Over time, the relationship becomes one-way. Autistic person. May miss cues for giving or receiving. Often genuine in their efforts, but need clear communication and reminders. Wants to contribute, but may lack the intuitive timing. Look for the pattern. Do they try to adjust when coached, or guilt you for having needs? 7. Boundaries. Confusion versus contempt. Autistic person. May unintentionally overstep, e.g., oversharing or not noticing social cues. Once you clearly state your boundary, they usually want to respect it. Needs explicit instructions, not subtle hints. Covert narcissist. Deliberately ignores or pushes past your boundaries. Punishes you for asserting limits, withdrawal, guilt, emotional manipulation. Sees boundaries as threats to their control and supply. The empathy in action test. The most telling moment. Try this simple but powerful test. Say something emotionally vulnerable and clear. When you walked away while I was upset, I felt really alone. Like my feelings didn't matter. Can we talk about it? If it's autism, you may get confusion, an awkward pause, or clumsy words. But you'll usually sense genuine care, an attempt to understand or repair. If it's covert narcissism, you'll likely be met with dismissal, blame, or deflection. Example: why are you so sensitive? This is your trauma, not mine. Final thoughts. What to watch for over time. It's not about how someone behaves in one moment. It's about how they respond repeatedly when you're vulnerable, honest, or asking for your needs to be met. Do they try to understand, grow, and support you? Or do they blame, punish, and control you? Understanding these differences may not only save your relationship, it may save your emotional life.